There is JJJacksfilms.
Oh my goodness. What's going on, gang? Thanks for having me.
There you are on the set, the beautiful React set. It's so nice to see it in person. Wow, thrilling.
Here I am in the flesh.
So, first of all, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you, friend of the show, Jack Films.
Likewise, I think it's been since January 2020. Since
last time I saw you, I was at your house, and Chocolate Rain Guy was there, and he was talking to me about his homie that takes kratom.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I fucking know
exactly. Was it a Valentine's party?
It must have been, but like, yeah, 2020 at the very latest. That could have happened. That's really funny that you mentioned that. Aaron and I talk about that every now and then.
What, the kratom thing? That's a wild drug, isn't it? Do people still take that? I know that like it's like a mild opiate that hasn't been there's no laws about it, so people can just buy it from like head shops or online.
It scares the Christ out of me. I was offered a sponsorship a while back to do it, and I turned it down because I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
it just doesn't seem like a
Kratom was trying to sponsor you, bro. That's weird.
I mean, I guess they were, but it was just one of those like, I don't know.
Hey guys, have you ever wanted to get high?
Honestly,
but you can't find a drug dealer.
Right. It's like I'll stick to gambling. I'll just do the gambling sponsors. That's fine.
Right.
You know? Those are good.
So, congratulations on the success of your channel. I mean, you are at I checked the other day. You're at like 10 million views for the month. That's phenomenal.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. It's weird, man. It's very weird. Oh, thank you. No, it's just one of those like didn't expect that to happen at all, because it's just a new form of shit posting, I suppose. But it's really cool seeing just kind of this movement. The viewers are really getting into it.
Yeah.
And that I find that highly encouraging. And like really it's like thank God. Because beforehand I felt like was I insane? You know, like am I the insane person here? But people are like saying like, no, wait, this is kind of fucked up. So that helps big time. It's cool to see.
And do you think that having this community of engaged people is going to make a difference, or does she not care? I mean, she's making so much money.
No, of course she doesn't care.
Why should she care?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be entirely too naive. I don't want to be entirely too pessimistic, right? Because I do feel like we're kind of on the cusp of some movement, because more and more people, more creators are talking about this. Like Oompaville made a video about it, and Cinnamon Toast Ken talked about it. Like more people are talking about Sniperwolf's channel. She's doing.
I have mentioned it,
and you mentioned it, obviously, right? Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to ignore you. By the way, I took your advice because I made another main channel video and I got rid of the pop filter.
Oh,
I don't know if you.
Oh, let me hear the before and after.
Okay, it's a different mic I'm using now.
Oh,
but
it's a different mic, so
okay, but like the P's don't come out as hard, so like that's kind of pretty cool.
Yeah. On that mic, I can see that it would make a difference, but
yeah, this is the
Can you just hold that up during the interview, please?
Yeah, for sure. Here we go.
Thank you.
Anyways, how you been, man? It's been a minute.
It's been good. You know, just doing like dad stuff, having another boy. That's basically it. You know, working.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's good to finally congratulate you. That's freaking awesome, man.
Thank you so much. And that's about it, you know. But I do think like even if ultimately something doesn't happen like tangible, it is good that people are ridiculing her. Frankly,
well, it's just they're taking note. They're taking notice of like they see the signs, and that's what I'm really trying to do over on that JJJacksfilms channel. Like, yeah, we make a whole bingo game out of it, but like I show them the signs of like freebooting, and people are picking up on it really quickly, and just all the very predictable things Sniperwolf says and does and doesn't say and doesn't do. So it's more about just like teaching people like why this is fucked up, why this isn't okay, why this shouldn't be okay, and why this shouldn't be normalized. Because one of the whole main reasons that I've been making these videos on Sniperwolf is just that she's being bolstered and supported by YouTube and platformed by YouTube and VidCon. And that screams like, hey, it's normalized now. And that's where I kind of want to come in and say, that's not okay with me. I don't like that.
That's a really good point about the YouTube supporting her. Because yeah, were tweeting out her videos, giving her shout outs. And it's weird to me because, what?
She was a keynote speaker at VidCon, wasn't that?
Sure was.
Which is like, okay, weird. Like about inserting TikToks without a comment. Like, cool. But what's weird to me, and I know you've been around forever, so you remember this. There was a time, like 5 to 10 years ago, when this meta started to crop up of these super lazy reactions of like Jax. You remember this guy? He was like super popular. He was blowing up, doing basically exactly what Sniper Wolf and XQC do. She does on her YouTube channel. Jinx, what did I say?
Yeah, Jinx. Yes.
JJJacksfilms. You remember him? That guy was freebooting.
No, he fell off.
Jinx.
But no, Jinx for sure.
And so everybody, though, just everybody came at this guy, Jinx. Everybody was in, unison. Like, this is fucked up. This guy sucks. And, he was forced to stop. And somehow in the mix, and I think this is probably because of Twitch's influence, that has completely normalized this, where it's like, there's streamers that people like, that they're cool, like XQC. Even like my co-host Hassan, when they stream, they do not transform the content. But the problem is, and Hassan doesn't do this where XQC does, he posts it wholesale on his channel. And so people become desensitized to it. They think it's okay. And that's why we're seeing more people like Sniper. It's become completely normalized, where before you couldn't really get away with this. I just find that really odd.
No, that's a really excellent point. Twitch 100% has helped normalize that. And I will say, like, I don't want people to think that I'm against all reaction content. Like, no, I think there's a right way to do reaction content and there's a wrong way to do it. But Twitch has absolutely helped normalize the wrong way to do it. When you post the whole VODs without any editing, Yeah,
and
that's when it gets scummy.
Just to be clear, I'm not saying that what they do on Twitch is wrong. I'm saying what they do on YouTube is wrong.
Yeah. I can get behind that. I know what you're saying.
Because I don't know. I feel like the issue of usage on Twitch is more nuanced.
Well, if you're reacting to something on Twitch, you do have to watch it without comment to absorb it. You do have to have time to process what you're seeing. You can't, react all the time. But when you have that edited video on YouTube on a different platform where it's a VOD and not a live stream, that's when you really gotta. I do feel like there's some kind of obligation to trim it up in such a way where it becomes more transformative. It should be more complementary to the source material. These reactions, I do feel like you should kind of have to have seen the original material first before you can enjoy. And I don't know, maybe people disagree with me on this, and I don't know if there's a total answer for all examples, but I feel like reaction content should generally be complementary to the source material, where you kind of have to see the source material first, so then you can appreciate other people's reactions. And I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but that's kind of what I think. I think there are some examples where you don't need that.
Well, if it's criticism, then you don't need to watch the original. Because people come and watch your video to criticize the other one. So the purpose of the two videos is completely different. It's about part of it is supplanting the original's market, where you're stealing views from the original. But if they're coming to watch someone criticize them, it's fair to assume, or it's fair to say, they're in different markets. So I don't think I mean, but ultimately, I mean, the problem is she when I watched her videos, she literally just describing what's happening. I mean, it's odd.
So here's the other reason that I keep talking about making videos on Sniperwolf is the rabbit hole just keeps getting deeper. So the first main channel video I made about her was largely about how non-transformative her commentary is, how it's just summarizing, like you said, what was happening. That was like one of my chief points in the first video. But the latest video that I uploaded a week ago, it was more into like, oh wait, no, she's just fucking outright stealing whole ass TikToks without any commentary. Like, forget, like, not even freebooting metaphorically, but actually literally freebooting. And I showed a few examples where she just plays someone else's TikTok without any reaction. There's not even a face cam, and then moves on to the next TikTok reaction. And it's like, wait a minute, what was that?
We watched that at the top of the show, didn't we, Dan?
We watched it before we went live.
Okay, so let me show it.
You have an example of that in the doc.
Yeah, I see you did this in the She Forgot, and it's great. I mean, it really shows how nutso this is. I'm just pulling up the timestamp. So here's an example of what Jack is talking about here.
This final one might make you angry, because it sure made me angry. So there I was hosting yet another Bubba Bingo stream, when all of a sudden I'm surprised with this.
Where did SSSniperwolf go? Why isn't she taking up 2/3 of the frame like she always does? You know, so we could see her insightful commentary and her epic reactions.
So we continue watching the TikTok by popular creator Tony Statovsky, link below if you want to watch more of their stuff. And we're all trying to predict what Sniperwolf will say, how she'll react, etc. Here's my real-time reaction to what happens next.
So these kids are...
She played the entire TikTok without a video of her even on it. She was not there. It was just a re-upload. So here, which is pretty fantastic.
Ma'am, I think you forgot something.
She forgot to react.
That's right, everyone. She forgot to react. She played someone else's TikTok in its entirety, but didn't provide an ounce of commentary.
I find it just like, if you're in the business where you can forget to react, the format is questionable.
Yeah. And this is, by the way, like, we find 2 other examples of her doing the exact same thing. So it's not like, oh, maybe it was an editing error. No. It was a deliberate choice.
So you think that she's like, this is a funny TikTok, I'm going to include it even though I have nothing to say about it?
Yeah, I think she does that to, like, and I'm sorry for quoting my own video, but I think it's like she's using it as a bumper for her own little variety show. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those, like, oh, it fits the theme of all these TikToks I've curated. So I'll just play it, you know, in its entirety. I don't need to react to that one. It's just a bumper. It's just a little transitional piece before we get to my next epic reaction. Like, that's what that is.
You know, the thing that really got me going was just how mean and rude she was to you for no fucking reason. And just, you know, that really set me off a little bit on her, that she's like so arrogant and cocky about her content, like being so good. At least if you're doing this, have a little humility, you know what I mean? Just be like, yeah, you know, it's awesome. People watch this shit. I don't know why, but here we are.
Not to speculate too much on her character, but I doubt humility is one of her top traits. But no, she's great. But yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
Okay, let me ask you a hard question, because I know YouTube has a history of getting involved in these types of things. I wonder if the harassment clause is something you should be worried about, because I know that previously that has become a problem when people have hyper-focused on specific creators. Have you heard from YouTube? Are you worried about that?
I've not heard from YouTube. I'm not terribly worried about it, because what I do on that channel and on the main channel, the videos, like, I really would not consider it harassment, bullying. Like, she's the one who's pretty good at that. She's pretty good at the whole bullying people for their looks and all that stuff. There are loads of examples of that. But, like, I don't do that. Like, when I stream, I don't talk about looks, appearances, none of that. My criticisms are purely on the content of her reactions. And I really strongly don't think that's harassment, that's bullying. It's not. It's just, like I said, the rabbit hole keeps getting deeper. That's how I continue. Like, that's how I'm able to keep making videos on that channel, because I do all of these, like, just live reacting to her reactions without having screened any of her videos. And throughout these streams, we just keep finding like worse stuff she's done. Like, we're not going back in the archives of like all the years she's been doing this. We're looking at like yesterday's video, last week's video, today's video. She's continuously, repeatedly, and blatantly doing all of these things. And I'm just calling her out for it. I'm not like, it doesn't turn into like schoolyard bullying where I'm like, look, it's fucking weird. It's like, no, look at what she just did. Did you guys catch that? You know, she did this, or she didn't do that, or she spent 40 seconds not reacting at all and left it all in there, or she repeated the same clip and her same reaction twice in the same video. So I don't think that's harassment. It's just
it's not. I agree, it's not harassment, and the way you're doing it is really the right way to do it. You're talking about the content, not about like you said, her physical attributes and stuff like that. But I hope that, you know, YouTube sees it that way too. I do. And I mean, if you haven't heard anything from them, that's a good thing. I can't imagine that she's not complaining to somebody there about it.
No, absolutely. But like at the same time, like I was looking up like other like before I made my first main channel video on the whole SSniperwolf situation, I was looking at like videos other creators had made, you know, and half of them were just like hella misogynistic, and it's just like, stop that. Like, that doesn't help your case. That just makes her case stronger. When you attack her for like, oh, people only watch her because she's a fucking chick, and it's like, shut the fuck up. That's not like, I hate that because that's not true. And my whole argument is people don't even watch her channel for her. They watch it for the TikToks. And the proof is when she doesn't even react. Like, literally
she's not there and they like it.
It has nothing to do with like, oh, I just love SSniperwolf's channel because, you know, she's a great reactor. I watch them for her. Absolutely not. So no, I'm not playing that game. So that's why I'm not terribly concerned about the whole harassment clause coming down on me.
That's really good. Because one of my first reactions was because the same thing. I know that it's like the go home gamer girl thing. Like, any of these top women streamers are the target of so much misogyny and just stupid crap like that. Yeah. But the way you're doing it is so the right way to do it. And I don't think anyone could ever level that against you. Maybe Trisha Paytas, who hates you, by the way. Did I ever talk to you about that?
Have we met?
I don't know. But did we ever talk about that? That she hates you.
Yeah, she does. We talked a little bit. A couple of times years ago, but like,
we talked on the show about it.
No, never on the show. No.
Okay,
like
good. I wanted to ask you
backyard
about that.
party somewhere.
Yeah.
No. So the thing is, like, it's so weird because I've never I have zero history with her. I've never said like anything to her.
That's what was so
except
weird
like
about
how
it.
do you do? Like, hello, like in passing, like on the set of a Shane Dawson music video 10 years ago. And then again at one of the streamies, one of the fucking award shows years ago.
Are you going to that shit, by the way?
No, I didn't get an invite.
What the fuck? See, I'm not going.
We have a bunch of extra tickets, Jack.
I'm not going.
As a matter of fact, if you'd like to go, we just found out today that we have several extra tickets.
Oh, that's tempting. No, that's very tempting.
I'm not going because if Jack is not invited, that's fucking bullshit.
Oh, thank you. What a pal. What a chum.
Anyway,
I'm inviting him to take my ticket.
Sorry for that tangent, but go. Yeah. So you never said anything to her.
No, that's the thing. I've never been like, yeah, fuck yourself. Like, never. Fucking never.
I always know you're such a nice guy, and that's what I always told her. I was like, there's no shot that Jack did any of this.
I have a theory that she hates my guts because I didn't talk to her at the Streamies, Shorties, whatever that was back in 2018, where we were all sat at the same table, and like I guess I didn't talk to her because I didn't really. I'm sorry, I didn't want to talk to her.
There it is.
I don't know, like what. I don't have anything to say to you.
There it is.
There.
No, because this is beyond a theory.
You know what I mean?
This is the incident that Trisha told us about all those years ago.
So
it was at the. I didn't remember what it was, but I remember her saying at an award show, and Jack didn't talk to me.
So that's it. So it wasn't something I said. It was what I didn't
it's
say
what you
that
didn't
spoke
say.
volumes.
Yep.
Okay.
I think there's a part of her that genuinely thinks that all the men around her should be trying to fuck her, and if there isn't, then they're being mean. I don't know. Is that possible?
Well, you know what? I'm not going to comment on that particular theory, but as you're talking about this, I actually remember, didn't somebody on our subreddit post some receipts that she was a JJJacksfilms fan at one point?
Oh yeah, she used to tweet at you. It was uncovered on the subreddit.
Yeah.
Your
So
grammar
she
sucks.
was like, "Yo, it's Jack. It's Jack's Films."
So she was a big fan, and she didn't get the recognition from
And
her
I guess
idol.
she felt like you were not wanting to talk to her, which is, as you know, a crime against humanity.
It's a cardinal sin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Trisha Paytas. I didn't want to talk to you. That
Was there a reason you didn't want to talk to her, or you just didn't know anything about her?
I don't know. Just the shady just the shady stuff she's been a part of. Like
Okay.
I just don't really want to get involved in that. So that's why I chose not to talk to her.
So she already had a reputation. I didn't know. I don't know what year it was. Was that like post chicken nugget stuff?
Okay, I don't know what the chicken nugget incident is that you speak of, but this is 2018. This is oh my God, May of 2018? Nope, April of 2018. Sorry.
2018. Let me just say, when people say, why are you talking about Trisha? Jack was the subject of deep, persistent defamation at her hands. The man deserves to have a platform to defend himself. The least I could do.
Weird. The whole thing's just so fucking weird. It's like, wait, where's this hate coming from? Because I remember it was like,
she must have picked up that you didn't care for her.
I guess,
and spun it, which is fair, right? And
it's not a hatred. Like, I don't hate. Like, of course, I have no hatred. I wish you no ill will. I just didn't want to talk to you. Is that a crime?
No, of course not. And
if
she
so,
should
lock me up.
Listen, as a controversial person myself, when people don't want to associate with me, I totally get it. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
you
fair
controversial?
Enough.
No way.
Yeah,
no,
listen, there's a reason I've got this here, okay? Don't make me hit it. But this is interesting because, yeah, she was tweeting at you from 2012. Who wants to be in my next music video? Me, please, she said.
The previous link in the Discord, Ethan, is even more telling.
But
this one you just pulled up, yeah.
Hey, YouTube gals, who would like to be the girl in my upcoming Dubstep Solves Everything? Me!
Oh my God.
I'm your biggest fan, Jackie! Well, seriously, though.
She's your biggest fan, dude.
Well, how about that? No, again, no ill will at all.
Wait, so let
her.
me debug this, deconstruct this. 2018, what was the Trisha controversy then?
I think it was the chicken nugget thing. Isn't that when we met her in 2018?
No, that was like already history when we met her.
Was it 2019?
Oh, but she had the multiple personality thing. She had the trans thing. She had the chicken nugget thing. I mean, she was getting a lot of grief at that time.
That was her thing. I mean, that was her thing for a while.
On the kitchen
being
floor.
Controversial. Yeah.
There it is.
She was with the Vlog Squad a lot too, right? Maybe they have beef with Jack.
Do you beef with the Vlog Squad?
Not at all. But that's where I was seated with, I want to say, the Vlog Squad at the Shorty Awards in April of 2018.
Oh, that would make sense because she right, yeah. She was with them at the time.
Okay.
Right.
I see what happened. I see what happened.
It was a very random seating arrangement. Like I knew of David Dobrik and some of the, the pals that he palled around with, but I didn't really know very much. But it was just one of those like, oh, I guess I'm seated at this table. What up? Hello.
I see what happened. And she just really held a grudge. So there it is. Jack's Films is innocent. I have said from day one, he is a sweet man. He is not a misogynist in any sense. The accusation itself is absurd on face. This man, he's a man of the people. He's a man of all genders of people, all walks of life.
That's right.
All creatures on this earth. He's a vegan.
100%.
He's vegan.
Absolutely. I don't touch the stuff.
The man, he's a saint, practically.
Literally. You can say literally, not practically.
He is literally a saint.
There it is.
And that's that. So Well, I'm so happy for you and the success of this channel. I think it's brilliant. My favorite part
thanks, buddy.
is that you take her non-transformative content and then you totally transform it. So hers is not fair use, but yours sure as shit is.
That is the goal, honestly, to make it like something greater than itself, like greater than the sum of its parts. And it's a lot of fun. Like we keep adding new like bingo spaces all the time. People get real competitive with how we play bingo. Like I haven't played bingo in like, I don't know, 15 years.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
Still
like we're doing
good.
it 3 times a week. It's fun. It's goofy fun. Every stream turns into a party too. Like the whole origin of all those videos, they come from Twitch streams. And it's just good times, good vibes. And we all just kind of laugh at like, cause what else can you do? Right. Because the whole situation is so ridiculous. In fact, our last stream on Monday night, we had someone, someone who created TikTok that SniperWolf stole in that video. In fact, we were reacting to SniperWolf's reaction to that video, to that TikTok, where the Mikey Skates is the TikTok account. He came in and said, "Hey, yeah, I'm the guy that made that TikTok." And I asked her in the comments, like, "You didn't have my permission to do that," and I can't find my comment in her video because. And we found out, we did a little digging. She filters. She and her team, they filter out keywords like I think it's permission, content.
Whoa.
Really, those gross 4-letter words.
Hold
like
on.
Content.
So if someone were to sue her for copyright infringement, the fact that she's filtering out permission proves willful infringement. And that's the thing that if you can really prove, you can really fuck them. It doubles the penalties. So
it's just weird, man. It's just, I mean,
one of these
like,
guys should sue her. I don't
that?
know what to say. I mean, that's the only way that this changes. But at this end of the day, I don't know if that's the best thing for the community, is to get a verdict that says this is not fair use.
Right. And that's the whole thing. It's like, what is this all snowballing towards? What will this lead to? I genuinely don't know. I hope I mean, like, will YouTube ever do anything? Probably not.
No.
But it's just like, at least I'm just doing my part to kind of like tell people about like, well, this is what's happening and here's why it's not okay. Maybe we alert the creators of all of these TikToks that SniperWolf steals. We tell them like, this is how you can report it.
That's
like if
interesting.
because there's a way to do it, right? There's a way to flag it a very specific way, and then you have to like call out the timestamps where she uses it and link your original video to it. But it's not impossible. And if that snowballs, if we turn that into a movement, that might be the way to do it. But I'm still working on that. That's something that would take a few weeks or months to really coordinate. But anyways, I do feel like this is headed towards some end.
It would be interesting if you had an attorney that was available on a reasonable basis to work on something like this too, if they wanted to pursue that. Because even just sending like a legal letter, if she has good counsel, and she should, because she's very wealthy, they will tell her, you will 100% lose this. You need to settle this. So if you just send her a legal letter, there's a good shot that they're just going to settle with you.
Yeah, it's interesting.
By the way,
I don't know what path the right path is to take here. So
Julia Time sent a message. Caught my daughter watching SniperWolf 1 year ago. I schooled her on content thieves. Now she's obsessed with watching JJJacksfilms bingo.
Shut up! That's so cool.
Proud mom.
Oh man, I feel like a proud uncle. That's really cool to hear. Oh my god.
I like the phrase "caught my daughter watching SniperWolf."
Yeah.
Like it's like you walked in, they're like smoking.
What are you doing? Turn that off!
What the fuck? I had my door closed.
Don't you knock?
That's so good. Right. Oh, that's awesome. That just makes my heart grow 3 sizes hearing shit like that.
I also want to say that I think it's great that you go back and tag all the creators of content she uses too.
It's the very least I could do. We try to hunt them down. I mean, like some are easier to find than others, but like it's just one of those, like, you got to credit the creators because that's where all the shit's coming from. You can't, SniperWolf wouldn't have a goddamn channel if it weren't for the creators. So it's just one of those like small things that we try to do and also try to like reinstate like, hey, this is important. Check out these guys, these people that make these videos if you want to see more. And this should kind of be the norm, part of the norm. But I'm soapboxing.
I think the reason she doesn't tag them is because it's better for her if they don't know.
100%.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good theory.
Yeah.
Right? Because the people, like I've had multiple people come to these streams and be like, hey, I
It's a
had no
liability
idea.
if she
100%.
tags them.
When we reached out, like in the first main video I made, when we reached out to a bunch of creators and way more creators than we show in the video, every single one of them had no idea. They had no idea that Sniper Wolf was reacting to their content. And some of them were genuinely upset about that. Like one guy was like, well, I'm going to pursue a legal action against that. I have no idea what happened to that. But like, that's just proof she doesn't get permission, doesn't ask permission, just steals. And there's like about a month in between when like the original videos are posted and when Sniper Wolf reacts to it. There's a good month or so.
You think she preloads the content that far ahead of time?
So that's a question, because like then you have to ask like how does she find the content? And I've had a few like theories, because like most of the content she reacts to is already viral and has been viral. Okay. But every once in a while I'll find an original TikTok she reacts to that only has like 1,000 views or so. And I'm like, how does she even find it? And it's, if the video that Sniper Wolf uploads is called "Try Not to Say Wow Challenge Impossible," then the TikTok itself will actually have in the caption, "Try not to say wow challenge impossible." And it's one of those like, oh my God, she just like searched that and grabbed whatever she could find.
I think she's got to have several people a full time looking for just sending her links.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's got to be a well coordinated, machine, a well oiled machine. It's not just her. It can't be.
So, do you have plans for this channel if the Sniper Wolf thing, let's say it gets resolved somehow? Are you going to continue on this channel? Do you have plans into the future? You've grown such a nice community there. Be ashamed to leave it.
It's a really cool community. Like everyone, it's just this, it just feels good. Like everyone's behind this cause and it's really cool. So no, to answer your question, I don't know. There's a possibility we investigate another streamer who violates a lot of the same, laws and is kind of doing the same thing. And we kind of go down that road possibly. But I don't know. And it's an interesting question. Like what would happen beyond this? Because right now the whole, like, people are loving the bingo streams we got going on. And it's just I don't know, it's a positive, it's a really good time. It's a good experience. But I do have to, like, I talk with my own counsel. I have like my own small team of writers and editors that I confer with. And we've often talked about like what comes after this. And I don't have an answer for that, but something. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about that.
There you go. There it is, guys. It's JJJacksfilms.
Thanks so much for having me on, man.
To definitely go enjoy his new channel, which everybody is saying is the funnest place on the internet.
Everyone's saying
bingo.
It's
my
true.
friend.
Everyone.
Dan's girlfriend is a big fan.
She is. She watches every upload.
She watches every upload.
Yo, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
And she saw you on the show when we were talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And she went there.
That's awesome. She went and checked it out. And she works from home and she's an artist. And so while she's drawing, she's just always watching YouTube videos. And the JJJacksfilms has entered the regular rotation now. So there you go.
Yes.
There it is.
My God,
I love
awesome.
it, man. I love
you.
to see that people are watching. It's so cool. I mean, it's so cool.
It's wild, man.
Also, can I recommend Bentellect? You could be a good one to hone in.
I know all about Bentellect.
That guy
yeah.
I'm inside your walls, Ben.
Oh, I forgot about that whole meme.
Yeah,
right.
that was about him.
Yeah. Oh man, because he's been accused or alleged some shady shit, right? Recently, yeah. Some allegations against him.
He invited
besides stealing content,
an OnlyFans girl to come do a video with him.
A podcast. He started a podcast, and it was like it's like his second episode. He's already sexually harassing the guy.
And he goes,
Christ.
He goes, hey, do you want to make an OnlyFans video together? She's like, what? He's like, yeah, since you're helping me out on my podcast, I thought I'd help you out on your OnlyFans. And then she goes, no, thanks. And then he goes, okay, never mind. I found someone else for the podcast.
Wow, what a charmer. Wow, that's totally
he's done that, I think,
women.
to another girl as well.
Yeah, I think a second person came out and said, yeah,
it's his MO.
Experience.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What a What a well-adjusted man.
I just love how it's like, hey, do you want to come have sex with me? No? Okay. Well, anyway, I canceling the podcast. Just immediately afterwards. Like so
Major
transparent.
incel vibes there.
Respect.
That's awesome.
Respect the honesty in that, I guess.
Sure.
If there's something to respect. which
Silver
there's
lining.
not.
He's an honest. You can't call him a dishonest man.
Well, not in that case. Well, yeah, let's not push it on Bentellect. All right, we're going to put the link in the description. Everybody enjoy. It's a beautiful cause. It's a great content. It's Jack's Films, one of the greatest that ever did it on YouTube.
Thank you kindly. And I just reinstate just my love for you, Ethan, for everyone behind the H3 podcast. It's been far too long, buddy. Thanks so much for having me on.
Great to see you.
Likewise.
Keep going, man. Keep going. We love it. We support you. That's Jack's Films, everybody. Jack's Films. JJJacksfilms.